air conditioned. Breeze.
Breezes right up the ocean.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Nice porch. Ready?
It's, the water came right to the bottom of the stairs, the big poster board,
Oh, wow.
right here. The water come right to the bottom of the stairs. The inlet used to wrap 300 yards south further than this. And what happened was when they were building up Jupiter, John's running the house because his dad has already passed. And they needed a place for one of the contractors to dump the excavated material when they were excavating for houses. So they said, can we dump material? He said, sure, pay me. They paid him, and that's all that extra from the stairs out is all of our parking area. And of course, now he gains several acres of land. So they had bees from Hope Sound to Deerfield Beach. And so they would go to a citrus grower and say, you need to, none of the furniture is original. This was one of the grandsons. I'm gonna walk behind
How many
the
children
camera.
did they have?
They had 4 children, you'll see that in the next room. This is their second son. He was born in 1901. This is his diploma from Palm Beach High School. We only had through 10th grade. In order to get a 12th grade or a high school education, you had to go to, are you from the area here now you've been here 9 years? Go to school here by school boat with Dr. Jackson. Over at Sawfish Bay, which is another park, this is the old Cabot tree with some of the pioneer children, and that tree is still over there. You can still go and see the tree over there. And then let's see if Patty's done. Do you have any other questions in here? Doors go down still because all the hill that you're standing on is over 6,000 years old. It predates the pyramids and it's all made of oyster shells. Those oyster shells are still disintegrating, so you can still see some of the damage that's happened with the house. We will be closing sometime shortly and they'll be doing some renovations. This would have been a rope bed. Pioneers were taxed if they had interior doors, so they didn't have closets in the rest of the house. But that is where your bathroom would have been. Of course, they would have gone outside. That was your wash basin, your little tea tables, tea towels on the side.
So I believe I read that half the midden was missing before they even constructed it, right? So the county used it for roads before he built the house?
Yeah, you'll hear more about that when we get into a mullet run or something like that. They were, the Du Bois family was the first to live here. So I just want to touch on some things. Their wedding picture, what's different about their wedding picture?
It's a negative, isn't it?
No?
No?
It's not like a daguerreotype, and it's just a copy, it's not the original. But,
What's different about it?
yeah, what's different about it?
They're not together.
Well, who's always the focus now when you see a wedding picture? It's always the bride in front, right? This was done for the 100th anniversary of the house. Sorry, I talked too loud.
And who does something like that?
This was made by one of the historical societies at the time, Florida History Center and Museum, which is, I think, now. Came in on a tour, also one of my tours. He's a nurse from Maryland, I believe. His 2 brothers are doctors and surgeons in New Zealand. He said he had inherited some of Dorothy's father's books and also some of Susan's books, who was a teacher. And so he said, they should come back to the house. I want them to 19. The oldest son, John, really took over all of his father's enterprises. He was the only one that didn't get a high school education. The other 3 went to West Palm Beach and got their 12th grade education. But he got the last electric course that they gave in Jupiter. They discontinued that course when he got out of 10th grade. So when they were building up Jupiter, he was the only electrician in the entire area. So again, he knew how to make. This is a 1930s refrigerator, not an ice box. So it actually has the little ice cube tray up here.
Oh.
It was made by General Electric. It was in the 1930 area. And this was called the monitor refrigerator. This on the top was the cooling section, which is the exact same design as the gun turret on the battleship, the Monitor, from the Monitor and the Merrimack. So they named this the monitor refrigerator, and it sold for about $300. This piece was not here originally. During the pandemic, we closed here. This is from New Paltz, New York, which is where Carrie's original Huguenot family came in 1660. So this had been in her family for about 5 generations. This would have been 1929 is when kitchen cabinets were invented. So there's no cabinet countertops in here. Where would Susan have cooked for 6+ people? So this would have had the portable little, this is a movable top in the Hoosier, which is what it's called. This is the lagoon area.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
It was there. If you go up to the top of the hill, it's where I showed you Henry, the picture and the desk out here. He had a house up there, and then his son had a house. John Alden had a house there. So right at the top, since they just demolished recently one of the houses.
Towards this way.
Do you know when you come in the main drag out there, there's a little turn to the right, you go in.
Okay, well, I'll call you when we get home. Finish?
That was the cistern where they saved their rainwater. The annoying beeping. Wasn't ready for that.
He came in quick. Certainly don't want to twist my ankle.
Yeah, it's not easy to walk on.